There we go. Sweet. So my giraffe, what is up? Rizzy, what's up? Wale, good morning. Morning, Luke. What is up, folks? How we doing? Oh, let's get it started. Oh my God. You think gold shorts worked out this morning? Holy shit. Dude, look at this A+ setup. Karim, what is up? Morning, fella. What's up? Mir, what's up? Good morning, everybody. You think gold shorts worked out this morning? Holy shit. Quite the setup. Oh my days. Oh my days. Missed gold, yeah. Seems like we all did here. You are not the only one, boss man. Nice little push up here on NAS and ES. Holy shit. Here we go. SMT up there also. Yeah. Not surprised. Probably it looks like an A+ setup. Gold looks like an A+. Let this first 5-minute candle play out here. We got quite the aggressive movement, eh? Sheesh. Still feeling sick as a dog. See what happens. Yeah, showing way more bullish strength here than NQ showing way more bullish strength here than ES. ES respecting this previous hourly EQ. NQ is not. Looks like we're forming. We have SMT at the highs here as well. We formed a C2 and SMT here at these highs. Look at this. Let's do some higher time frame as well. Some pretty big SMT actually. Wow, yeah. Pretty big SMT. Not too shabby. Jeez Louise, dude. Nice little, 100-point candle? Almost. Almost a 100-point candle here. Crude longs, let's see. Oh my gosh, NQ is absolutely going rippy mode right now. Holy shit. Check this hourly, what are we looking like? Wow, hourly broke out of the range here. Looks like we are going to get a continuation higher. This 4-hour also looking like we just had an accumulation phase and now we're getting a distribution higher once again. I'm loving the movement. I mean, yeah, this is aggressive. This is aggressive from NASDAQ. Jeez Louise, dude. What a move. Holy cow. This is indeed quite the aggressive candle, that's for sure. Good morning, Zicky. What's up? Good morning. Took a small, long, and easy profit, but my line to stretch out further than Armstrong. Yeah. So what are you looking for today in NQ? Right now, honestly, not too much. I mean, not interested off of this large candlestick here, but it looks like we just swept through London high, creating this new New York high as well. So I want to see some type of displacement, probably an SMT at these highs as well between NASDAQ and ES. I'd like to see a reversal signature. But I don't know, at this rate, we might have a New York continuation here into higher and higher highs. So let's see. Just going to play patient though, that's for sure. Three-minute unicorn long. Yeah, I mean, off this breaker, absolutely. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't like taking setups on that first 5-minute candle when these indices open. Track sales, what's up? Good morning. I just don't like taking positions off of very aggressive 5-minute opens. It's like I need market to stabilize before I feel confident in entering a setup. It's my personal take. I don't know. It's been my methodology my entire time I've traded. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It's just not too big of a fan of that. See what happens here, right? Forming our first bearish candle of the morning. See what happens, eh? Play patient, sit back in the saddle, let the setups come to us. That's the most important thing for today, guys. Letting the setups come to us is the most important thing for today. Maybe if we start blowing on these candles, we'll go up higher. Need that get full? Yeah. Man, it's making me tired. Yawn. My bad. My bad. Yeah, a little bit of a tiring day for me. I'm still sick, so I'm trying to just get my body to be in pristine shape. But it's a little tough out here, guys. A little tough. Track sales, what's up? Good morning. Not a fan. Played light. Yeah. Honestly, not too big of a fan of this either. It's not giving me what I want, to be so frank. Like, this just doesn't call for a setup here by any means. I mean, we did get a sweep of that hourly, which creates a continuation off that EQ higher, but I don't know. Just when you have an aggressive 5-minute like this, it's just not a high confidence setup for me. Seven seconds till this 5-minute closure here. We'll see what happens, right? 3-minute. Yeah, honestly, nothing too interesting for me right now. See, now that we have this sweep of this London high, we're now forming two bearish candles into this. Looks like we're going to retest this breaker now. So this gives me a little more confidence. We also had SMT at these lows as well. So SMT at these lows between NAS and ES2 on this 3-minute and this 5-minute SMT is, So a 3-minute unicorn at open into SMT. Exactly. So I don't know. Thing too is like when I don't feel well physically, guys, I'm a lot more patient when I'm taking these trades. It's just to ensure that I'm patient with my setups. I'm not risking too much, and I'm saving my capital. News in 48 minutes as well. Nothing super big. Crude oil stock exchange looks like crude's gonna be the only one getting hit here. Yeah, nothing else too much. Nice little C2 that was respected. Gold had a beautiful short setup this morning as well. Is that Lux Algo BB? Yep. Yeah, that is true too. We do have that 15-minute bearish SMT. Quite the aggressive moves here. We'll see what happens, right? Just play patience, sit back in the saddle, let the setups come to us, right? That's the most important thing for us, is we want to ensure that we are taking the setups that are going to benefit our trading and our capital, right? We want us to protect our capital. That is the most important thing with trading. Can't protect the capital, then morning low, Alicia, good morning. Yo, what's up, Obi? Kareem, how accurate do you find it? Somewhat. It's not my favorite, but it's not bad, that's for sure. It's definitely not the worst. There's a lot worse indicators out there. It's pretty good. Obi, what's up? Good morning. Alicia, morning to you as well. How are we doing? Honestly, not. I don't know. This is one of those days I just don't feel like trading in the market. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. I just do not feel like trading today. Leo the goat. What's up, baby? What is up, boss? Just one of those mornings. I'm just like getting over the sickness. Just want to do my own thing, dude. Oh, gosh. Yeah, no, Ziki, I'll watch markets for a bit here, but we'll be chilling, you know? Just when body's sick as a dog, I'm just trying to make sure I rest up fully rather than stay on the screens all day. You know, that's kind of the methodology for me. Play it patient, let the body relax a bit, and then come back to the screens, right? That's gonna be more important for me. See what happens if we get a reject off this breaker. Do we reject off this breaker and continue low, higher, or are we going to just get a slice right through? That is the question, guys. That is the question. So did you trade with this breaker? What are you looking for to open a trade? Honestly, right now, nothing much. I just want to see sweep paired with some change in state of delivery, but not seeing anything super sharp right now. So I'm not interested in a lot right now in the market. I'm not interested in too much right now. Feeling slicey and dicey. Oh yeah, Big time. Feeling slicing that breaker like it never existed. Market's really just saying next. Give me my next layer of confluence here. Invalidation. It's insane. How was yesterday? Yesterday was pretty good. Had a good, decent trading day. Made like 700 on multiple different accounts. So it was a good day. It wasn't like a crazy trading day, but had two decent setups. Good setup on NQ and a good setup on crude. And so I smashed both of those and kept it on to the next. It was good. Now I have Ninja Turtles in my head with pizza. Nice. Oh gosh. Alright, looks like we're going to form a new New York low here very soon. Closure below this breaker. See, that's what I said, guys. Most people got faked into longs. So I'm like, we're going to get a sweep of that London high and continue lower. And it's looking like that's what's going to happen now, right? I'd like to see how they sleep with those lows and type the FEG and go higher. I mean, yeah, we'll see. We will see, honestly. Micro fair value here. We do have a much larger fair value on this hourly. You are right. I missed that. That is a nice hourly fair value. See, ES even showing way more bearish strength here, giving me confidence. I think we're going to see NASDAQ run down with it as well. They both formed that fair value as well, but it looks like ES is already testing the encroachment of that fair value. Yeah, already. It's going to just absolutely invalidate that fair value. Holy bejeebers. Invalidation king. You get per month on average by using fractal. Per week, I get anywhere from 8 to 14 R. But some weeks are lower, of course. I'd say around. Let's switch to a bearish break right here. So honestly, a short setup into this is not bad here. This is what I was talking about. Grabbing a short setup, putting your stop just above that breaker, and targeting a 2R wouldn't be a bad trade. We'll see though. Waiting for this closure on this 5 minute or even this 3 minute. Yeah, it could be an entry signature. God, I love giraffes, dude. Giraffes, baby. Are you in a trade? I currently am not in one. I'm watching. I'm being a scouter right now. That's my job right now. I'm being an A+ scouter. This is be a nice little 2R here. Put that stop above this 3 minute breaker as well if you really wanted to manage risk. How much R did you get a month on that? Yeah, so with fractal, that's basically I don't know, it can be anywhere from 36, 30 to 50 R. It really just depends on if I'm consistently hitting my 2R. But yeah, I'd say definitely over 35, 40. Especially if I'm taking more than one trade a day. Some days I'll get 1.5 Rs mixed in with some 2R fractals. So yeah, this is looking like we're gonna get a sweep of this London session low. It's kind of what I called out at the start of the stream there, right? I said I didn't like that aggressive 5 minute candle right off the rip, right? And now we're seeing a continuation. We'll see what happens. Let's see if we get a retest of this breaker. If we reject off the encroachment and continue lower, we can anticipate that market's going to move. Yo, Rixie, what's up? 4 SMT for the short looking good, man. Dude, there's SMT everywhere right now. We've got SMT at the highs, SMT at the lows. There's literally SMT everywhere right now. It's insane. Minute till this 3 minute here. Retesting this breaker once again. And a new 5 minute just formed. $328. Yo, Rixie. How's it going, Rixie? Yeah, baby. What model do you typically trade, baby? BABY. There we go. 3-minute closure inside of here. See if we get a continuation lower to 2R here off this breaker. Honestly, I mean, yeah, I just am using that stop on that 5-minute breaker zone, but you could totally just use that 3-minute breaker. Looks like we're just gonna get a retest to pull lower, because look, if we look at ES here, ES just ripped through that hourly fair value here. So also creating some inverteds as well, which would be a fun layer to use inside of this breaker too. So if we get a retest inside of here, that's still going to be a validation, right? Tap on that, little tappy tap. Never hurt nobody. We'll see. Stay on the charts, stay patient today, stay vigilant. That's still a validation of this trade setup. If you use that 5-minute and into this, if you use this 5-minute breaker and this inverted fair value that formed on the 3-minute, right? How are we all doing though? How's everybody doing on the trading day today? Right, looks like ES is looking even better for a continuation leg into these shorts, right? We're retesting the encroachment, that 50% level of that fair value gap, this FEG here. So if we get a closure back below, we respect it, can anticipate a continued movement lower. So pretty nice, dude. We'll take that. We will take that indeed. Dude, we are so close to hitting 1,000 on YouTube, guys. We are at 808 fantastic subscribers. We need to hit 1,000. We're gonna hit 1,000 soon, guys. How quick? Let's make some bets in chat. How quick do you guys think I'm hitting 1,000 on YouTube? How quickly? Next week? Damn. Got some fucking confidence in me. Jesus. Next week? Youf. Holy shit, boss. I mean, that'd be sweet, but my days. Good heavens, dude. Depends if you stream more than next week. Yeah, we'll see. I think the streams don't get me too many subs though, because it's mostly just returning folks. I think it's like YouTube videos and shorts that actually have been the most beneficial, but who knows? Who freaking knows? Looks like we're pulling back up once again here. Wow. You know, 10R per month on 1 million fund capital is 100K. Yeah, I mean, 1 million funded. I'm not on 1 million funded capital, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll do 30 to 60 a month for me, because like yesterday was a 9K day. Monday on stream was a 4K day, so it really depends, right? Also, still an invalidation in these still a validation into these shorts here. Pulled into this inverted fair value on the 3-minute, rejected off the encroachment, got a continued confirmation closure lower, looking like it's a slow grind, but this London low is about to get retested here. Yeah, it does depend if I stream more, though. That is true, but it'd be cool, you know. I think it'd be awesome. Really want to see how far I can take the channel, guys. Replicanto, baby. Replicanto. I think it's the best copy trader. I'll use Replicanto for Top Step and Apex. There we go, right? Still validation in this trade setup. If we entered off that 5-minute, which was we entered that 3-minute on that closure below that breaker, but this 5-minute as well gave us a validation into it. Yeah, you were down a couple points here, but you're only down about 20 points. Right, so we'll see what happens here. Gold here, slow grind. Crude is just having a beautiful day. Run up to this -4R almost, or -4 standard deviation. ES retested that fair value. Now that PA is pretty slow. I'm kind of interested. Let's wait till this 10 a.m. See how this 10 a.m. plays out. I really think we're going to get 2R on this breaker trade here, but it's going to depend, right? Slow grounded, baby. Never really, I don't know, I don't do CFD firms myself. I do not do CFD firms. I know eToro does, but yeah, I'm just not super interested in this. Okay, let's gonna pull back into this. This is a little shaky. This is a little shakier. Got to a max of about 1.4R. Alrighty, guys, we are waiting. We're getting another pull into this. Jeez Louise, see, this PA is just not really, it's not syncing with me well, you know? This PA is not syncing well with me. I want confirmation and continuation when I get a set up that forms. That's what I need. That's what I need right now, boss. Give it to me. That's yeah, it's a major pull into that breaker. It looks like now we're forming that EQ legs. See if we respect this EQ and continue lower. It's formed a C2 at that low with that sweep. Jeez Louise, dude. Quite the morning. Correct. With this breaker, it is a unicorn setup. If we get a closure above, that would be a unicorn. But we also formed two conflicting biases, right? We formed a C2 at the highs, C2 at the lows, SMT at the highs, SMT at the lows. It's quite breaker plus FEG. Correct. It's breaker, fair value, and then change in state. See, we're respecting this hourly or this 30-minute equilibrium as well here, right? And this still would be a validation into this short position because we have respected C2. We've respected this massive change in state of delivery. We're also still respecting this breaker and the hourly equilibrium. So this is still considered a valid trade. In terms of how valid, it's not the best. The problem is previous 5-minute candle got sweep. Exactly. Previous 5 did get that sweep. It did get that sweep. You are correct. Exactly, prophecy, right? And so here's the thing though, we formed a fractal on this 5-minute on this short position. We are still valid because we've respected this hourly equilibrium, formed a change in state, closure below the change in state. So this short position, although it's a very wide stop, you could use the breaker, right? Use the top of the breaker as your stop period, and you target a 2R on this trade, right? Which look at that. Conveniently enough, it happens to be that London low. I am Rizzy, correct. I am indeed. Right, so unless we get a closure with that breaker and it stops us out, if you wanted a tighter stop, because obviously if you did a stop all the way at the top of that C2, you're talking over an 80-point stop, which for a lot of people is quite nerve-wracking and makes it harder to manage risk, right? So it's important that you choose a stop that's going to benefit you by using other layers of confluence to help. So in this example, using this breaker as that stop period, putting it about a point above that breaker, gives me more confidence because it's a much shorter stop. Now instead of risking 90, I'm risking even more than 90. I'm risking only 35 points for this setup, which is a lot better, right? CL here just had a massive boner candle. News coming in 25 minutes on crude, and crude is just rippy mode right now. Gold looking like it's gonna probably tap into this hourly equilibrium and get a rejection lower here, but we had a beautiful short setup form this morning off this C2, right? Failed C2 here. So we'll see what happens, right? Just gotta sit back. Boner little, yep, that's what we call them. Boner candles. This is indeed what we call them. Sorry, Kareem. Should be a little more professional. My bad. What are we at? We're at, check how many subscribers, guys. We are at 808 subs. Hell yeah. Dude, we'll take that. That's awesome. That's huge for me. Still a respected position into these shorts. Don't mind me, I was laughing. No, I know. I was doubtful that you actually meant anything through that. You see this PA though, guys? Like, there's just not a lot of confidence when it comes into this type of price action for me. I really just don't enjoy trading this type of PA. Just because we have a setup. Yeah, I mean, we formed a setup in that first 5 minute, but at the same time, it's just we're not getting. What's good, brother? Hey, 1010s, welcome back. Good having you here. See, now we're having an aggressive candle. I don't know what that's happening from, and that's still validation of these shorts. No stop out, although very close. I'd love to see a 5-minute closure back below this hourly fair value and below this breaker, and I'll be a happy camper. Yep, just chilling. Market punishes the impatient and rewards the patience. Exactly, right? Like, yes, I'm in this position. If I get stopped out, it's 35 points. It's 35 points. Like, it's not the end of the world, right? I have my risk. I have my contract size. I'm confident. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And if I get stopped right now, that's the reality, right? And there's the reality. Boom, I'm stopped. And that's okay. It's a 35 point loss. And that's just the reality. Down 626, and that's okay. Right, one little loss in the morning, down 626, and that's okay, guys. Ouch. It's all good. Literally completely fine. It just happens. I had a setup that presented itself well. I really wanted to take these shorts into these London lows here, giving me a 2R, and that just looks like market didn't want to tag that today, and that's okay. Guys, that's just the reality of trading. Right, you can't always expect those trades to work out. I've been on some heaters recently, and I think we've all seen it on stream, right? Been calling out play after play after play, and so if I don't get it, if I don't win a trade, so be it. That's just the reality of trading markets. And if I'm not comfortable staying in these markets anymore, then it's a reasonable reason why. Could I have just trimmed my position out below this breaker for a break-even trade? Yeah, I could have done that, but at the same time, that bearish closure back below that breaker was what I was looking for a further validation into these shorts, right? And so if I cut my position there, that creates inaccuracy and inconsistency with trading the model, because now I'm just trading off of emotion, right? I'm trading off of the idea that I want to keep that winning streak, and I'm trading this and I don't want to lose this trade, versus when I see this closure back below this fair value, this hourly fair value, and this 5-minute breaker, that signals to me that this short could be a continued short into my 2R. And today it just wasn't, and that's just the reality, guys. We move on to the next, right? I think I've given you guys plenty of good R trades. I've given you plenty of 2 and 3R trades. So me not tagging it one time, I hope you guys understand, right? But that's what separates bad traders from good traders, is being okay with a loss. I literally just am about to post an Instagram in a few days on my Insta, and the quote goes like this, guys: if you can't accept losing days, you're not ready, nor do you deserve winning weeks. And I think that's just the truest thing I've ever heard when it comes to trading, right? Like, this is a red day for me, and honestly, I'm not going to take another trade today. I clearly got on stream, and those of you that were just on stream with me knew that I was not a fan of PA the second I got on stream. I didn't like that 5-minute open. I just wasn't a fan of PA. I took my trade because that trade setup was validated. We had that change in state of delivery confirmation, a breaker below that fair value gap, continued lower, right? So I saw all the confluences and SMT at the high. So I saw the confluences that lined me up well for this short setup, and I just got tagged out, and that's okay. But guess what? The most important thing is the fact that I stayed with my model. I stayed by trading that fractal. I stayed by using those breakers and finding those SMTs. And if that just doesn't work for me this time, so be it. And you know what? This short setup might still work, because technically I used a shorter stop. If you'd entered with the original fractal, your stop would be at the top of that C2, or the change state of delivery. And so technically, if you were still in this trade, this is what you'd be targeting, right? Probably close to this minus 2R, right? This is what you'd be targeting if you want to trade a 170 point target. But I just wasn't comfortable risking 87 points in this trade, especially with the position size that I had. So I thought that using that breaker was just going to be a better layer of confluence. But hope you guys understand, though. I've been consistent. You don't get to win all of them. That's just the reality of trading. But the most important thing is just the fact that I remain consistent in where I'm entering and trading my model. And that is what's going to benefit me more than just making, one $600 trade, right? I lose 600, so be it. Did I stick with my model? Absolutely. Right? Facts? Exactly. So it's just the reality. And, this trade might even just tag into this 2R anyways. We're probably going to see London low get swept based off of what ES is looking like right now. And that's just going to be the reality here for me. I'm just going to have to swallow the pill and on to the next, right? Because that's what happened. That is the reality here. So Trexels, I've got a mix. Yeah, 600 is typically what I like to risk, Trexels, but most of the time I've got 50s on Top Step, and then I've got 150Ks on Apex. Yeah, it depends though. Most of the time I'll do 300 to 600 risk per account. But yeah, 600 is typically my limit when it comes to that. And max it out. That's like the max for me. But that's most of the time I like to just shoot for 150 to 300, and I trade micros instead of minis, right? Because minis are a lot more aggressive movement wise. Right, but does what I'm saying make sense to all of you guys in terms of, risk management and account size and more? Right? Does that all make sense? Or do I sound psychotic? Yeah? Alright. Happy to hear that. Leia has learned from the best. I would say I've learned from some pretty good people. This is true. That is for sure. Of course, yeah, perfect. And if today is just one of those days where I took this loss, I just, I could come back to PM and keep trading, but honestly, I just don't feel the need. I think I'm just going to take this loss and move on. And that's just the reality for today. Yep. That's just going to be the reality for today, guys. Yeah. Yeah, like I could, but at the same time, it's like, why should I? Why should I, baby? It's just, I think this is a good time for me to just end the stream, hop off the charts right now, and call it a day. I think that's honestly what I feel would be best for me right now. Entered CL at 7 EST, tagged a discount, right in hourly OB, T1 at London, T2. Took a while to play. Yeah, CL was a good long there with that Sisty as well at these lows. Yeah, it's a good entry at that 7 o'clock. Nice, dude. Respecting that EQ. Yeah, CL longs were nice. I'm sad I'm missing these gold shorts. That's what I'm sad on. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream right now. Apologies, it wasn't, I came on stream a little tired today, so I apologize that the energy wasn't as high as usual. We'll get back to it. I'm just sick as a dog once again. I'm recovering. I had a crazy race weekend and then followed by some pretty intense sickness. So this is the first day I'm like starting to feel a little better, but still kind of congested and not doing my best. So apologies again, everybody, but we will bring it back. We'll bring the energy back. Also, random question for the folks in chat right now. How do we feel about me starting some face cam streams? Because I've been told by some folks I should start some face cam streams. Face cam streams. What do we think? What do we think? Great session today. Thank you, Track. I appreciate that. See you soon. Yeah. What do we think about that? Are we a fan of that idea or no? Why not? Could be like one of those traders, rip on my hat. Get T-Trades on the face cam as a duo. Yeah, eventually he will. T-Trades is fucking sexy, man. You guys don't understand. T is like such a hot man. Your brand is you. This is true. Good idea. Do it would be nice. Yeah, that way you can see my emotional reaction to my trades. You'll see it's a pretty straight face. Or I'm smiling. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to end the stream, but it was a pleasure having all of you come in here. Thank you so much for just supporting the stream as usual. And, we didn't get a trade that worked out in our favor today, and that's okay. I hope that through these streams, through my wins, through my consistent wins and some of my losses, that you guys are able to take away from the psychology behind what it takes to be a good trader. And honestly, I feel like these are valuable lessons that happen on these streams. So if you guys do enjoy them, please let me know in the chat. And other than that, guys, I'll catch you guys very, very soon. See you guys on Friday for the stream. Have a splendid rest of your mornings. Remember, protect the capital. That's the most important thing when it comes to trading. And remain psychologically bland. All right, everybody. Have a good one.